Taggart's sister. That summer, when he grew exasperated at Taggart's delays and contradictions over an order of rail for a new cutoff, an order which Taggart kept placing, "Yours was the code of life," said the voice of a man whom he could not forget. "What, then, is theirs?" Why had the world accepted it, he thought. How had the victims come to sanction a code that pronounced them guilty of the fact of existing? And then the violence of an inner blow became the total stillness of his body as he sat looking at a sudden vision. Hadn't he done it also? Hadn't he given his self-damnation? Dagger, he thought, and the depth of their feeling for each other, the blackmail from which the depraved would be immune. Hadn't he too once called her? Hadn't he been first to throw at her all the scum of his Hadn't he accepted as guilty the highest happiness he had ever felt? You who won't allow 1% of impurity into an alloy of metal, the unforgotten voice was saying to him, what have you allowed into your moral code? Well, Mr. Reed, said the voice of Dr. Ferris, do you understand me now? Do we get the medal, or do we make a public showplace of Miss Taggart's failure? He was not seeing Dr. Ferris. He was seeing, in a violent clarity that was like a spotlight tearing every riddle open to him, the day he met Dagger. A few months after she had become vice president of Taggart. He had been hearing skeptically for some time the rumors that the railroad was run by Jim Taggart's sister. That summer, when he grew exasperated at Taggart's delays and contradictions over an order of rail for a new cutoff, an order which Taggart kept placing, altering, and withdrawing, somebody told him that if he wished to get any sense or action out of Taggart Transit, better speak to Jim's sister. He telephoned her office to make an appointment and insisted on having it that same afternoon. Her secretary told him that Miss Taggart would be at the construction site of the new cutoff that afternoon, at Milford Station between New York and Philadelphia, but would be glad to see him there if he wished. He went to the appointment resentful. He did not like such things. He felt that railroads were no business for a woman to play with. He expected a spoiled heiress who used her name and sex as substitute for ability, some eyebrow-plucked, over-groomed female, like the lady executives of